I've guided over 200 people through my magic and microdosing mentorship programs. In Q2 of last year, he made $100K, again, struggling with brain fog. In Q3 and Q4 of last year, he made $650,000. So wait, what? There's something stronger than psilocybin? I felt like I had an extension cord coming out of my hip, plugged into the universe, and I could feel for the first time in my life.
For you, what was that light bulb moment that really took you down this path and this journey?
I had just sold a business on October 16th, 2014. All I could think about is this path of service that I'm on right now. All the answers that we're seeking are inside of us already. Are we on?
Yeah. We are live and rolling.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Eric. Great to be here with you. Absolutely. My name is Matt Simpson. I'm an empowerment coach and microdose mentor.
All right, Matt, how did this all start for you? Where did you grow up and how did you get into this practice?
Oh man, it all started my 35th birthday, 2014. I had just sold a business on October 16th, 2014. And while I was supposed to be out hooting and hollering with the new brass and thinking about all the money that I just made and you know, dreaming about the career trajectory in corporate America, all I could think about is this path of service that I'm on right now. And 2 months later, I was down in the jungles of Costa Rica having a sacred initiation with ayahuasca.
And what did you learn on this ayahuasca journey?
You know, I didn't know what I was getting into, and it just helped me get really clear on what was in the way and how I was self-sabotaging my dreams and my pursuit of being healthy, happy, strong, doing the work that I'm here to do. It illuminated that just how stuck I was, and it illuminated a way out. I could see the path ahead, that if I were to make some of these lifestyle adjustments, adopting stress reduction practices, meditating. In 2015, I got up an hour and a half before sunrise on every workday. And that was a big part of my recalibrating, healing my nervous system, and getting really serious about this path. Because frankly, I was concerned about selling my company and then traveling around with a backpack for 9 months that ended up being a year and a half. I'm outside the pale. I wasn't protected anymore. So that was something that was really top of mind, is of having to prep and get myself ready for this incredible travel journey.
And how long were you on this travel journey for?
It ended up being 18 months. Yeah, where I traveled with nothing but a backpack all over Central and South America. My brother lives in Switzerland, so I was in Europe for 3 months with an unlimited train pass. So that was an exciting adventure, and spent a lot of time also in California and Colorado as well.
Back when you were living in Chicago, what really sparked that for you? What was that light bulb moment that really took you down this path and this journey? Starting
to utilize psychedelics. You know, psilocybin, you know, I had a handful of mushrooms on my friend Tony's boat. We're out in Lake Michigan, and you know, it was just an incredible experience that really opened up my heart and opened up my mind and helped me see clearly that I've had a lot of unprocessed trauma in my nervous system. And, you know, it felt like I had an extension cord coming out of my hip, plugged into the universe, and I could feel for the first time in my life. Because I did have childhood sexual trauma that happened to me in my youth, and I would cover that up, the pain, with alcohol and heavy foods, and I was, you know, kind of bloated and just felt really cruddy in my body. And the psilocybin helped me to just again feel, to connect, and to have so much hope and excitement for the path ahead, and helped me to see myself objectively. And then I started meditating, and then I started eating better, and I started taking better care of myself, and started sleeping better. And then that ultimately led me to the realization of, wait, what? There's something stronger than psilocybin? I'm on the next plane. That's powerful. And after this journey, what did you do directly after this journey? How did you feel, and what inspired you to do what you do today? After this journey, you know, I came back and got really earnest about, hey, I'm going to be putting in the work to train for traveling around the world, and quitting my corporate job. I was sick. I was soul sick. I was in pain, and I just sold a business, so I had the money. You know, never been married, had no children, so at the time there was nothing really holding me back from saying, hey, I'm going to take some time to decompress, tend to my nervous system, and prepare myself for my calling, or whatever's next outside of the corporate America, Chicago. I'll do anything for $1, kind of grind your nervous system into the ground. That was just what we did. Really unhealthy lifestyle as well. But yeah, that was the big takeaway, and then that prepped me ultimately to walk away from my corporate career on December 9th, 2015, and I haven't looked back.
So tell me about your journey from Chicago to Miami and why you made that move.
I was done with Chicago. I moved here in, I think it was 2021, during the kind of the teeth of the pandemic. There was a lot of constriction in the Midwest, in Milwaukee and Chicago. Just a lot of I don't know. I'm really big into training and running, and I was kind of tired of running on black ice, and I was just, you know what, I'm going to go see what's up in Miami. Never been, and I had a bunch of clients that were down here, and was curious, what's going on down there, and so I gave it a shot, and with the kind of the mindset of if it's lame, I'll go to Tampa, and then I'll go to the Carolinas and maybe Louisiana until I find a place that really resonates.
So you got done traveling, you quit your corporate job.
Yeah, before Miami, I spent a really informative, it was about a year, being the program manager for a veteran organization called Veterans for Entheogenic Therapy. And we were the first veteran organization that was sharing the veteran suicide tragedy and epidemic, that we have 22 to 40 veterans that die by their own hand every single day, and getting that word out, getting that message out to our collective. And so that was the logical place for me to serve after I had done my travel journey, and I was integrating back into our busy daily life. I had purpose, knew that professionally I knew how to get things done. So that was my kind of first experience post-travels, and then that informed Worth the Fight, my book. And that has been a huge part of my journey and evolution. And in the last 4 to 5 years, I've shifted perhaps away from the high dose and into the microdose mentorship. And that was catalyzed with a move here to Miami, where instantly I was down here for a month, and I was like, poof, the Magic and Microdosing Mentorship Program. And Miami's known as the Magic City, and that was a way that I could be of service and expand my service impact and reach. And I started hosting masterminds and group coaching programs, and yeah, but that was the motivation and inspiration from this special city of like, oh, whoa, this is the place to do that. And people think outside the box here, and there's a big wellness vibe and wellness energy here.
And you've done a lot of research yourself since you've been here too as well. Can you give me like a recent article or a recent fact about what is going on right now in our world?
Yeah, so much is happening in the movement. Just a few weeks ago, Eli Lilly, the pharmaceutical giant, bought Atai Beckley, a leading psychedelic company, for $2.8 billion. The potential with performance incentives for it to be $3.8 billion. And essentially, they've gone all in on psychedelic therapies, knowing that this is the future. And they bought the crown jewel of the Atai Beckley is 5-MeO-DMT. So that's going to be a big part of the future therapeutic model. This powerful molecule, which I haven't had that ritual, is in phase 3 clinical trials with our federal government, and the results are astounding. 2/3 of the participants in the clinical trials are experiencing up to 85 days of relief from their depressive symptoms. And of course, there's a lot of fear about how the pharmaceutical companies will roll this out. And I've been saying, and I wrote in my book, Worth the Fight, that the big problem with psychedelics is that they work, people get better, and it's just not a good business model. So that's something, there's a lot of tension right now. The rubber's meeting the road, but absolutely 100%. This can be something that can help anyone who struggled with trauma, whether it's veterans from war trauma, or often the veterans have childhood trauma that drives them to war, or this is also something that can be extraordinarily beneficial for people, victims of rape, childhood sexual trauma.
Can you tell me about how many people you've coached and some of the transformations that you've had while coaching one-on-one with these?
Yeah, at this point, I've guided over 200 people through my Magic and Microdosing mentorship programs. I've launched recently, new programs, Elite Empowerment, and I've got a very exciting initiative that I'm putting together as well, the 6-month Prosperity Pathways Vital Energy, Clarity, and Focus initiative. But yeah, at this point, I've guided over 200 people. I've seen the most incredible shifts and transformations. A lot of my high achiever clients have soared, and we're helping them to regulate their nervous system, to process emotions, and create and process stress, to create the environment for priming prosperity pathways, and for thinking bigger, and for feeling better in our bodies, having more of a connection to holistic health, more of a connection to our heart and intuition. Jerry was struggling with brain fog and burnout, and he could barely pay his coaching fee. And I had actually had to sit on an old-fashioned check for 3 to 4 weeks. And then he pinged me and said, hey, it's ready to clear. I'm like, okay, this is great. And 7 weeks into our work, he sends me a note saying, hey, the most incredible blessing has happened. Do you have a quick minute? So we hopped on a quick call. And out of the middle of nowhere, a $100,000 a month consulting opportunity came into his field of awareness. And he's been moving and grooving ever since. And so much that I checked in on him recently, and in Q1 of Q2 and Q2 of last year, he made 100K, again, struggling with brain fog. In Q3 and Q4 of last year, he made $650,000. So this helped him blow up his business. And I'm often asked, was it the microdosing? Was it the psilocybin? Yeah, maybe it was part of it. But I think it was more so how he utilized the boosted neuroplasticity, which is our brain and our nervous system's ability to change to internal and external conditions, and how he engaged the practices. He was really, he had the spirit of, I get to do my meditation. I get to do my morning ritual. I get to walk a mile or two out to the canyon each morning. I get to journal my thoughts and to work through the heaviness on my heart. And so, there's, I always affectionately say, if we're doing this work correctly, we won't really know exactly where the benefits are coming from. Is it coming from the microdosing? Is it coming from the new meditation practice? Is it coming from the breathing practice or the Wim Hof, where we're regulating our nervous system? Is it coming from processing our emotions? Is it coming from eating healthier food and having more of a awareness about what we're putting into our body? Is it coming from healthier relationships with our loved ones, with our intimate partners? Is it coming from sleeping better? It's probably a little bit of all of those things. Is it coming from boosted mood and energy as a hallmark of the experience, so people get into fitness? And we know that that's the most powerful mental health drug, and the most powerful longevity drug is fitness.
Can you break down, like, kind of step by step, like what it would look like to work with you one-on-one?
Yeah, my one-on-one clients, when there's an aligned intention and they're ready to do the inner work, ready to say, heck yes, let's go, and I'm ready to embark on the brave journey through the heart, I would gift them the medicine, and then we would get ultra clear on their intention, their why, and what are we doing together, what defines our time together as a success. And then we start with a morning ritual. We start with taking time for stillness. We take time to journal our thoughts. I'm not throwing a 3-hour morning ritual. Hey, you have to do these 9 practices all at once. No, it doesn't work that way. We meet people where they're at, and then we build around the blessings that they already have in their life. And a lot of my clients are already high achievers. But we start making some of these subtle adjustments. Where are they leaking energy? How could they show up more with integrity? Where are the leverage points? Where are the things that actually move the needle? How can they cut a lot of the BS that no longer serves them? So I help them get clear on that. And we do that in our weekly coaching calls. And then we also meditate together on a weekly basis. And that helps them get really clear. With everybody that I work with, and I believe this wholeheartedly for all of us, all the answers that we're seeking are inside of us already. So, and I'm just sharing the practices and the encouragement so people can come to their own realizations and to organize the blessings and the data that they already have in their mind and their heart. It's not all about money. It's about 10xing prosperity, and prosperity is a very subjective term. What prosperity means to you might be different from what it means to me, and it might be different for the ladies over there and the guy down the road. But it denotes that there's a level of abundance and a level of feeling good in our body, vibrant, holistic health, and also having good, meaningful relationships. If we're very successful and we are not on speaking terms with our children or our family or our spouse, or having problems in interpersonal relationships, is that really success? I think Tony Robbins would say that success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure, and that would be an example of that. So this is about being successful in every aspect of our lives.
How can somebody work with you, and what do you have coming up?
I do have a few spaces remaining in my coaching roster. I've got a very exciting initiative, a 6-month group coaching program, the Prosperity Pathways, Vital Energy, Clarity, and Focus. It's going to be a cohort, a group of ambitious entrepreneurs that know that there is a better way forward, high performers that are struggling with burnout, struggling with stress, feeling stuck. We're going to microdose together. We're going to embark on this sacred journey of doing the aligned synergistic integration practices, ultimately to create the conditions so we can prime prosperity pathways, and we can do the work that we're here to do. I've got, some of my clients are builders, many of them are harmonizers. Builders want to 10x their business. They want to go all in. They want to have a high level of affluence and prosperity and abundance. And I'm a former businessman in Chicago, so I love helping them expand their impact. Then many of my clients are harmonizers, though. They've already climbed the mountain, and they want to have better relationships with their family, with themselves. They want to feel good in their body. They want to sleep good at night. And so helping them harmonize their imbalances and to create the ways to regulate their nervous system and to process emotions, so they can enjoy the fruits of their labor and everything that they've worked for.
What you have is very special and unique, and it's totally worth pursuing right now in this culture as microdosing is becoming more popular. You're basically helping people find that pathway and using it in a way that will help them 10x their life. He's an amazing coach of mine as well. And if you want to work with Matt one-on-one, you guys can go to the link in the bio and maybe just have a one-on-one call with him, a session, and see how he can help you.
I'm always delighted to take time to have a Fostering Flow empowerment session where we shine light on the wondrous possibility on the path ahead and explore if it's a good fit. And there'll be high actionable takeaways from that call, even if it's not a good fit to work with me right now.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Matt.
Okay, thank you.